Welcome to This Week in Divorce on the Divorce News Network with your host, Scott Cahill.
Hi, and welcome to This Week in Divorce, brought to you by DivorceNewsNetwork.tv, bringing you all things divorce news, celebrity divorce news, changes in divorce law, special guest interviews, and more. Well, our lead story tonight, the cast of the popular reality show Sister Wives is going to court, challenging the constitutionality of Utah's laws regarding polygamy. Currently, Utah law for those convicted of practicing polygamy is a third-degree felony punishable for up to 5 years in jail. If overturned, this may set the stage for legalizing polygamy in the state and legalizing multiple partner marriage for thousands of practicing Mormon fundamentalists. We'll have to wait and see how this story develops. Lots of stuff going on in the entertainment world as it pertains to marriage, divorce, and so much more. And joining us right now is our special entertainment divorce counselor, Candace Luau. Candace, can you hear me?
Hi, Scott. I hear you perfectly.
Oh, fantastic. How are you doing today?
Great. How are you?
Busy week in entertainment news, huh?
Definitely.
All right. What's your lead story?
So, my lead story does have to deal with Michael Jackson and child custody. Amidst many reports of turmoil in the Jackson camp, a judge has awarded custody of Michael Jackson's children to TJ Jackson, son of Tito Jackson.
Oh, my goodness. Now, let me ask you, who originally was awarded custody?
In Michael Jackson's will, he did award custody to Catherine Jackson, the mother of all the Jackson kids.
Okay. And evidently there was some turmoil there in Jackson Land. Do you have some information about that and kind of what caused the whole issue?
Yes, so what sparked this temporary custody to TJ Jackson was Catherine Jackson was reportedly missing for almost 9 days, when in reality she was just in Arizona spending her time at a very, very nice, luxurious spa with her daughter, Rebby.
Okay. So tell us a little bit. I've seen some sources reporting that there was some type of physical altercation between family members.
Yes, there was some physical altercation. One of the biggest ones that blew up over media recently was when Janet Jackson was accused of slapping Paris, Michael Jackson's daughter, and calling her a spoiled little brat, or blank, to be more precise.
Okay, an expletive that starts with the letter B. We got you there.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Now, as well, we hear that there was Paris had said some harsh words as well.
Yeah, it's true. Paris was so upset when Janet and a couple other siblings in the Jackson family were ganging up on the kids that she screamed out, "This is our house, not the Jackson family house. Get the blank out," which is another statement that shows that she's really fed up with how the Jackson family is trying to get involved, and she just wants some peace and quiet.
My goodness. Well, we'll definitely have to see how this story winds out. Now, you said there's another angle to the story that's kind of unique, correct?
Correct. There is another angle, and it's that there's a Kardashian angle. Scott, can you believe that?
No, my goodness. No story about celebrity entertainment would be complete without mention of the Kardashians. So how do the Kardashians fit into this sordid tale?
Well, believe it or not, TJ Jackson and Kim Kardashian reportedly dated in high school, and after this whole Jackson family feud broke out, Kim Kardashian did give her stamp of approval, saying that TJ's a great guy and he'll do what's best for the kids.
Well, there you have it. Kim Kardashian character witness. Gotta love it. What else do you have for us today, Candace?
So we also have a very big story including Mel Gibson.
Okay, what happened there to Mel Gibson?
So this is probably one of the rare instances where Mel Gibson is being treated unfairly by being sued by his stepmother.
Whoa, his stepmother is suing Mel Gibson. This we have to hear about. Go on, talk to us.
Well, his stepmother, Teddy Joyce, has decided to sue Mel Gibson for interfering with the marriage of her and Mel's father, Hutton Gibson. She believes that Mel was interfering and caused their relationship to fail and ultimately led to the divorce.
Wow. So what's the basis of her claim, or what are both sides accusing each other of?
Well, Scott, the backstory here is that Hutton contacted Mel himself and told Mel that Teddy was refusing to give him his medication. So now Hutton, at the age of 93, is filing for divorce, and Teddy's blaming Mel for it.
Oh, my goodness. I guess the only question here is there a Kim Kardashian link to Mel Gibson and his father as well?
To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if one of the Kardashians popped into the story sometime soon.
All right. Now, this next story, I guess, is really breaking almost and unfolding as we speak. Go ahead and talk to us about what's happening with the cast of Twilight.
Sure, Scott. In a story that might possibly lead to a future divorce and a breakup of Hollywood family, Kristen Stewart and director Rupert Sanders were caught in a compromising position that would even make palest of Twilight fans blush.
Oh my goodness! This is a story I'm sure that now that the Tomcat divorce is settling, I'm sure we're going to be hearing a lot more about this story. So go on. What happened here?
So apparently paparazzi caught the couple red-handed engaging in a steamy embrace and other compromising positions.
Wow. So now everybody in the planet, I think, knows a little bit about Kristen Stewart given her fame, but what's the backstory on Mr. Sanders?
Well, Rupert Sanders is married to a model actress, Liberty Roth, and the couple do share 2 kids together.
Well, so he's a married family man caught with photos of a young actress. Yeah, I don't. Seldom does that scenario ever work out well. So now Kristen Stewart, she's dating the other Twilight actor. Is that correct?
That's correct. She is dating Robert Pattinson.
Okay, and there was, I guess, some story that just broke about an hour or two ago. What's the latest on that?
Yeah, actually, according to a breaking story posted on Yahoo Today, Robert Pattinson has reportedly moved out of the home that the couple shared together. So this is really getting interesting. You know, I was reading up on some of the interviews that Robert did before, and in an interview, he did mention that one of his biggest pet peeves were cheaters. So I would really like to see what's really going to happen. I know a lot of people were saying marriage might have been in their future, but seeing how Kristen Stewart has kept this for so long as a secret from Robert, I would be angry if he didn't break up with her.
Yeah, I guess so. And that's some tragic news for fans of Team Edward, correct?
Correct.
All right. Hey, Candace, as always, thank you so much for bringing us the most up-to-date news involving divorce entertainment, okay?
Okay, thank you so much for having me, Scott.
Thank you. My pleasure, Candace. All right, once again, we do want to let you know that This Week in Divorce is brought to you by mydivorcepapers.com, your one-step website to print and file all of your online divorce forms and divorce papers in 1 hour or less. Easy to follow platform, very user-friendly. MyDivorcePapers.com offers attorney-authored divorce forms 100% guaranteed to be accepted by your local court. If you're looking for a complete, easy way to file all of your divorce forms, MyDivorcePapers.com. Moving right along, we have some news in politics and international news. Joining us right now is our international news correspondent and political divorce editor, Lindsay Gonzalez. Lindsay, can you hear me?
I can hear you perfect, Scott.
All right, fantastic. We have a couple different stories in the world of divorce and marriage in international politics, correct?
Yes, that's correct. In international divorce news, Swedish Prime Minister Fredrik Reinfeldt has filed for divorce after decades of marriage. The couple have been separated for 2 years, finalizing the divorce Wednesday in Stockholm. The news, however, didn't come as a surprise to anyone. The couple announced they were separating in March, and they had been married for 20 years and have 3 children together. And the reason for the split has not yet been made public.
Wow, I actually happened to be reading this story a little bit, and I have to say that Mrs. Reinfeld is quite an attractive woman. I would imagine that somewhere along the line she was probably a model at some point or another, because very just a good-looking couple entirely. And after being married for 20 years, be interesting to see what happens there. What else do you happen to have for us today, Lindsay?
And also, another notable story, it was recently confirmed by the North Korean state-run news agency that North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un was recently married. Now, Kim Jong-un was reported to have been married to Ri Sol-ju, but failed to disclose any information about the circumstance or reveal any background details about the bride. The two were, however, spotted touring an amusement park and were recently spotted at a gala together, so it's interesting.
Yeah, well, the man that is known as the Brad Pitt of North Korea, officially off the market. I'm sure millions of ladies' hearts are broken with that type of news. And what else do we?
Mine is.
What else do we have today, Lindsay?
We actually have a headline regarding the Kennedy clan. The son Connor Kennedy was awarded to be the executor of the estate left by Mary Kennedy. As you may know, Mary Kennedy committed suicide in May amid some bitter divorce proceedings, and many speculate the suicide was brought on after a temporary custody of their children was awarded to Robert Kennedy. And since their son Connor turned 18 on Tuesday, Mary Kennedy's divorce lawyers dropped their application that a public administrator be appointed to her estate after they objected to the possibility of Robert Kennedy being named the administrator.
Wow, so big news out of the Kennedy estate, and it seems like they're on the news almost as much as the Kardashians are. Now, Mary Kennedy had a lot of problems, I heard, with alcohol and drugs. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct. There were allegations that she was abusing drugs and alcohol and also abusing Robert Kennedy.
Oh, wow. Allegations of spousal abuse even, huh?
Yes.
Well, a sad, tragic end to the story there. Well, Lindsay, thank you so much for all your work in the international divorce news arena. You have a fantastic day, and we look forward to hearing from you again.
All right. Talk to you soon.
All right. And finally, our last story of the day, a dating website in the UK catering to cheaters is offering an all-expenses-paid divorce as part of a contest promotion. Critics of the promotion are calling the contest distasteful and brazen. The website, maritalaffair.com, is coming under fire from both church leaders as well as other dating websites who are concerned that the negative publicity brought by the contest may affect the entire online dating industry. Quoted one owner of a dating website, "This is surely wrong on every level." Well, that's about all the time we have for this week. Don't forget to follow us on our Facebook pages as well as our Twitter page. You could also follow us on our show page on blogtalkradio.com simply by clicking the follow button. Get all of our late breaking news as well as our updates to our show schedulings and more. Once again, we are brought to you by the Divorce News Network.tv and sponsored by MyDivorcePapers.com. Until next week, this is your host, Scott Cahill, saying good night.
Thank you for listening to another show on This Week in Divorce on Blog Talk Radio. Tune in next week for more informative, intelligent, and interesting news on divorce and the world it entertains. Be sure to visit us online at www.divorcenewsnetwork.tv. Follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest breaking news and more great stories about divorce.